Good morning from Ynys Môn in Wales. Today I'm going to see one of Wales's most famous churches, St Cwyfan. It's well known because of its unusual location. This is kind of a remake because I made a video about it a couple of years ago, but it was a very short video and I didn't try and go into the church at the time, so I'll do that today. And if I remember correctly, there's the remains of an old pillbox here on the left hand side. Yeah, here we are. World War II pillbox. Or what's left of it. Marvellous. Look at that. Okay, as you can see, the church is on an island, or on a tidal island. And the tide is actually on its way in now. So I'm going to make a dash for the church. I think I'm okay for at least another hour or so. It's a very old church. It dates back to the 12th century. And it was built by St Cwyfan, who was an Irish saint. The original church was built in the 7th century. But that would have been a timber structure. And when it was built, it wasn't on an island, it was on a peninsula between two bays. And over the centuries, because of sea erosion, it became an island. And it would have been lost completely if it wasn't for the retaining wall that was built around the church. By the time they'd built the retaining wall, many of the graves in the churchyard had been lost to the sea. But there are still a handful of graves there. That's another thing I didn't do in the last video. I didn't read the headstones. So I'll rectify that today. So I'm making my way along this causeway now. I'm surprised there's nobody else here. You don't usually get a crowd of people here, but there's usually like a steady trickle. This current building was constructed in the 12th century, but it was restored in the 19th century. So there was a period where it was without a roof. And I understand the church is still in use occasionally, especially in the summers, because it's a popular spot for weddings. Another thing I didn't do in the original video was come here when the tide was in, so we could get some drone footage. So we'll do that today as well. Just looking back in the other direction. I'm going to have to be really careful with the tide, but I shouldn't be here too long. It's not a particularly big place. As you can see, this is a very well constructed retaining wall. These steps here. Here we are. First things first, I think I'll try the door. I hope it's going to be open. I have no idea if it is or not. Ah, no, it's padlocked. Ah, that's disappointing. I'll try and find a photograph online anyway. See this door. You can see how old it is. Doorway, I mean. There seems to be only 3 or 4 headstones still visible. And we've got a drowning victim here, or a victim of drowning. To the beloved memory of Frank Morley Kearney, son of W.F.K. Kearney, I think, of Moor Park Villas. Can't make out the name of the area that he's from, but he was in London anyway. Who was drowned in Porth y Castell on the 31st of July 1869 in his 21st year. Extremely old grave here by the look of it. Can't make much out, but the date looks like it might be 1653. I can only read the top part of this one. Here lies the body of Hugh, son of Pritchard Owen by Elin, and that's pretty much all I can read, I think. You can see, I think there's more than one person buried here, and I can see, make out one date, 1773, I think. I think there's at least one headstone on the other side. Let's have a look. This one's actually faced in the opposite direction to the others. I can't make anything out. But you can see a nice view in the background anyway. Seems to be 2 graves here next to each other. No headstone on this one, or no surviving headstone. And this seems to be probably a headstone of a child here, judging by its size. Only thing I can make out is the name, Mary Pritchard, in memory of Mary Pritchard. I wonder how much of the churchyard was lost to the sea. At one time, if the tide was in, they used to hold services in a nearby house instead of the church. Now, St Cwyfan, also known as St Cwyfan, was an Irish saint, and he founded the monastery in Wicklow. From here you can actually see the Wicklow mountains on certain days if it's very clear. And St Cwyfan was a descendant of the ruling families in Leinster, and he's known to have died in the year 618. Here's a photograph of the current monastery in Wicklow. I haven't tried to pronounce the name, so the name's on the screen for you. It looks like a pretty amazing building, although it wouldn't have been the original monastery. But still, it's like this church, it's very old. I wonder how many more graves are here, but they're under the grass. There's a couple of lumpy bits here, so I guess these must be graves as well. I think I'll go for a bit of a walk now, let the tide come in, so we can get some drone footage of the island when it is an island. Try and have a look inside. I think the altar will be over here. View from the other window. Don't know how much you can see there. As you can see, the tide is coming in now. There seems to be something a little bit concerning happening with YouTube at the moment. Unless you're subscribed, you're probably not seeing my videos. So if you do watch my videos from time to time, please subscribe so you never miss a video. Subscribing to the channel is free, but I've also started the channel membership recently. So if you want to see members' videos and videos which I put out before posting on the main channel, please consider joining the membership. There's already quite a few members' videos which have been uploaded there, and I plan to continue to upload videos onto it. And thanks to everybody who's already joined the membership. It's much appreciated. If you don't want to join the membership but you still want to help the channel out, please give every video a like. I know the adverts can be a bit boring on YouTube, but if you watch the adverts without skipping them, that helps me out a lot as well. Okay, I think the tide has come in enough now, so I'll get the drone up.
Sundown and salty cheese. It's not a cute look.